Hello friends, Advocate Ketki here. How are you all? Now lockdown is going on, so you must be not able to go anywhere, right? But अगर lockdown नहीं होता, तो obviously you must have a plan for something for your weekend. Okay, जैसे अभी समर वैकेशंस आ रहे हैं, तो obviously आपने ट्रिप प्लान की होती. तो हम लोग कहाँ जाना पसंद करते हैं? कहीं हिल स्टेशन पे, राइट? समवेयर क्लोज टू नेचर, जैसे अपने नेटिव प्लेस, अपने होम टाउन, राइट? अगर जैसे इट्स अ ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी कि हम पूरा वीक काम करके अभी हम थक गए हैं, ओके, पूरा वीक स्टडी करके थक गए हैं, वी नीड सम ब्रेक. तो हम कहाँ जाते हैं? ट्रेकिंग करने जाते हैं, या कहीं हिल स्टेशन जाते हैं, या किसी डैम को विजिट करते हैं, राइट? सो व्हाई? नेचर ऑलवेज हमें फ्रेश करता है, हमें अगेन चार्ज करता है, राइट? तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक, हम नेचर को क्या देते हैं इन रिटर्न? क्या हम हमारी ड्यूटीज, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज अच्छे से कैरी करते, निभाते हैं? Okay, so friends, today's our topic is environment and laws relating to environment. Okay, so let me share my screen. Yes. Today we are going to discuss about environment, environmental law, that is unit 11 of our legal awareness program, and we'll see what is the need, okay, for making laws for the environment. All right, so chalo, let's see first of all the content of our topic that we are going to discuss about. First we'll see introduction, then meaning and concept of environment and environmental pollution, meaning and concept of sustainable development. This is very important concept. Next is importance and function of environment, constitutional and legal framework for protection of environment in India. Okay, we'll specifically talk about India. Other laws relating to environment, of course, for India only. Then environmental impact assessment. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. And control of hazardous waste in India, how it is carried out, how it takes place. National Green Tribunal, and last, international environmental law and UN conferences. Okay, so first we'll see introduction. Such a beautiful mother earth, right? ये beautiful थी, but क्या ये अब भी beautiful है? We need to think about this. So we'll see the introduction of environmental law. Okay, जैसे हमने देखा है IPC, Indian Penal Code, then civil law, criminal law, the name itself suggests they deal with that concept. So here also environmental law deal with protection of environment. ठीक है? So basically in this environmental law, we take care of natural resources such as forest, minerals, fishing, okay, जो भी अपने natural resources है, we need to take care of that, we need to manage that. So environmental law has a role in it, okay, for taking care and to manage our specific natural resources. So World Environmental Day, we every year we celebrate on 5th of June. Okay, so we'll see meaning and concept of environment and environmental pollution. We know, okay, what mean by environment. We all of us know. हमने बचपन से हम आए हैं ना स्टडी करते हुए. What is environment? So whatever surrounding us we can see, that is our environment. Okay, total of conditions in which an organism has to survive or maintain its life process is known as environment. अब मुझे बताइए, science has done many and tremendous developments, right? Our scientists reach to different planets. चलो दूसरे planets का छोड़ दो. मून पे it's a our natural satellite of Earth. क्या मून पे life है? नहीं है. Why? Because there is no environment. So we are much blessed that we are living on Earth, which has an environment, okay, which is ultimately and directly proportional to our life. So environment includes the growth and development of living organisms. In other words, environment refers to the surrounding, that living beings are living. Okay, and of course this surrounding affect their living. Okay, so I want to show you some pictures. My dear students, my intention is not to distract you, okay, by showing all these pictures, but that's the true bitter truth of the time. You can see air pollution here, how smoke is directly released in the atmosphere. You can see garbage here sprayed all over the ground. Noise pollution, now we are fed up of this noise pollution. We are not able to bear with this right now because of our vehicles. Again we are doing air pollution. This is water pollution, plastic everywhere, and aquatic animals are suffering from this. Correct? This is a human. क्या बना दिया हमने अपने अर्थ का, राइट? क्या ऐसी थी मदर अर्थ पहले? बिल्कुल भी नहीं थी. But now picture is something like this. तो मुझे बताइए फ्रेंड्स, यहाँ पे जो फर्स्ट पिक्चर दिख रहा है, ये है मदर अर्थ, and this is the environment where a living being belongs to, and now we make it like that. So is it actual surrounding to live? Correct? क्या ये favorable condition है अपने लिए? नहीं. Okay, so we need some laws and regulations to stop this, otherwise this can't. Correct? ये और worst होते जाएगा. So we need some laws, strict laws. So first we'll talk about environmental pollution. So everywhere now you can see environmental pollution around us. So what mean by pollution? Basically कोई भी harmful materials जब environment में mix होते हैं is known as pollutants, and pollutants cause pollution. ठीक है? So pollutants can be natural or man-made. So natural pollutants means what? Like a volcano eruption, volcanic ash is sprayed all over, that is natural pollutant. And what are the man-made pollutant? List is so long, ये कभी खत्म ही नहीं होगी, right? Man-made pollutants की. So pollutant क्या करते हैं? They damages the quality of air, water and land. Okay, so before proceeding further, I would like to show you one video. Okay, we'll see one video and then we'll talk about. Okay, friends, are you able to relate with that video, with that guy in the video? So yes, we all are that guy only, right? Because Mother Earth ऐसी नहीं थी, but बस development के under the name of development, we make our Earth worst. Okay, we left it in a worst condition. और हम development क्या कर रहे हैं? We are cutting down trees and erecting buildings, right? We are killing animals and preparing some fancy materials. Okay, we are producing plastic, which has now a layer everywhere around the earth, right? We are polluting water like nothing. कितने सारे एक्वाटिक एनिमल्स है, दे आर डाइंग बिकॉज ऑफ प्लास्टिक, बिकॉज ऑफ पोल्यूशन, हार्मफुल केमिकल वी आर मिक्सिंग इनटू वाटर बॉडीज. So what kind of development we are doing, right? So here comes a term that is sustainable development. We need sustainable development. Of course, development तो होनी ही चाहिए. Okay, development है तभी life है. But it doesn't mean कि हम mean हो जाए, right? और environment को totally neglect करके development करें. So that should not be done. So what mean by term this sustainable development? Development which go hand in hand with nature and with technology or science. Whatever development we want to do, we should go with the hand in hand with environment. Without damaging environment, we can do our development, right? So in legal term, development that meets the need of present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. जैसे अभी हमने पूरा क्रूड ऑयल पेट्रोलियम खत्म कर दिया यूज करके अंडर द नेम ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, क्या होगा? फ्यूचर जनरेशन का भी तो हक है ना ये सारे नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस पे. सो वी कांट डू दैट. दैट्स व्हाई सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर हमने सारे ट्रीज चॉप कर दिए, फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए ट्री ही नहीं बचेंगे, राइट? आपने सुना होगा आपके पेरेंट्स को कहते हुए कि हमारे टाइम अलग था एनवायरमेंट, राइट? हमने बहुत सारे मतलब फार्म्स में खेले हैं, अभी आपको कुछ है ही नहीं ऐसा देखने के लिए. सो दिस इज अ एग्जांपल ऑफ लैक ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. ओके, तो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट ये क्या करता है? इट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट आइडिया, ओके, व्हिच कंसीडर द एनवायरमेंटल बैलेंस with the help along with the development. Okay, and this idea the very first time came into force in 1972. And in 1983, the UN declared that right to develop should apply equally to present and future generation also. Okay, so we'll see the importance and function of environment. So actually, we all know what is the importance of environment. We are living because of environment only. So environment is made up of living things as well as non-living things. Both elements are that important. Okay, so living things means what? We call it as biotic elements also, like animal, plant, forest, fisheries and birds, all are living things, include humans also. Next, non-living things means what? Abiotic elements. For example, water, land, sunlight, air, all is everything you can call it as non-living thing. So socho, if any element is missing, so environment complete nahi hoga, imbalance ho jayega. That's why each and every component is very important. ऐसा नहीं है human being is superior और अपना राज है अर्थ पे, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. Now we can see because of corona we can't go outside now. ठीक है? And you must have seen all these messages was spreading in the time of corona के environment is not in need of you. Okay, environment is your need. You are a part of environment, right? So we need to keep that in mind. So what is the function of environment? Very first, very important function, it supplies us resources. What kind of resources? Natural resources, renewable, non-renewable. For example, water, wood, soil, petroleum, all are resources. Environment also gives us sustainable life, right? Because of environment we can live here. On moon we can't go and survive because there is no environment, no air, no water, no oxygen. Correct. Next, assimilation of waste. जो भी हम waste generate करते हैं उसका assimilation भी environment में ही होता है. And the last, it enhance the quality of life. Of course, we need to enjoy natural beauty like river, mountain, desert. Correct? जाते हैं ना हम ये सब enjoy करने के लिए. So of course, environment enhance the quality of life. Now we'll see the type of resources. A very fast glance will take. Renewable resources. Resources are of two types: renewable and non-renewable. So name itself suggests that renewable means what? They will never exhaust. Okay, by continuous use also. For example, water, land, sunlight, okay, solar energy is renewable, kabhi khatam nahi honge. But to the other hand, non renewable resources are there. After some time they will exhaust. For example, coal, petroleum, kabhi na kabhi ye khatam hone hi wale hai. So better we'll start using renewable resources like solar energy, wind energy, right? We need to take steps for that. Okay, so now we saw कि already nature imbalance हो गया है. Okay, we have not keep our nature in that balanced state how it was. तो क्या करना चाहिए? ऐसे ही होता रहेगा तो चलेगा? बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगा. तो क्या करना है? इंसान को कब समझ में आता है? जब कुछ उसके ऊपर रेस्ट्रिक्शन होता है तभी. So that's why we enact environmental laws, right? So we'll see constitutional and legal framework for the protection of environment in India. So my dear friends, मुझे बताइए, in constitution, section of constitution, I have told you that article 21 is the right of life, okay? Right to life is our fundamental right. So in that article, we have right to clean environment. It is one of our fundamental right. Right to get pollution free water and air. Okay, and one more, right against noise pollution. All are our fundamental rights, which include into right to life under article 21 of our constitution. So on the basis of that, we make enactment in our constitution. जब constitution बना था तब actually for environment कोई भी provision नहीं थी in our constitution. ठीक है? But under 42nd amendment we make some enactments. Okay, we make some changes. So under article 51A, 51A क्या है? It is fundamental duties of citizens. तो इसमें हमने क्या amendment किया है? To protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lakes, rivers, wildlife, okay, and living creatures for compassion. So ये अपनी fundamental duty है each and every citizen की to take care of it, okay, to protect our natural environment. And second amendment, दूसरा amendment क्या किया है? Under article 48A, which is directive principle of state policy. So state has to protect and improve the environment and also to safeguard the forest and wildlife of our country. ये दो amendments हमने किए हैं in constitution for environmental protection. और भी कुछ laws है. So वो laws क्या क्या है हम देखते हैं. National Green Tribunal Act 2010, the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1972, the Environment Protection Act 1986 and the Hazardous Waste Management Regulation. अभी देखो हमने तो ये सब प्रोटेक्शन के लिए भी मेक लॉज. सो जो भी वेस्ट प्रोड्यूस होता है so उसका मैनेजमेंट भी उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. So we'll see one by one all those acts. So first is the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. This act specifically provide prevention and control and abatement of air pollution. Air pollution को prevent करता है ये act और ये check करता है the quality of air. Okay, और इन्होंने एक एक स्टैंडर्ड दिया हुआ एयर पोल्यूशन का कि इससे ज्यादा पोल्यूशन नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट? एंड अंडर दिस एक्ट सेंट्रल एंड स्टेट बोथ द गवर्नमेंट कैन एस्टैब्लिश बोर्ड. ठीक है, वो बोर्ड क्या करेगा? टू कैरी आउट ऑल द एक्टिविटीज द पर्पस ऑफ दिस एक्ट विल कैरी आउट बाय दैट बोर्ड. नेक्स्ट लॉ इज द वाटर प्रिवेंशन एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ पोल्यूशन एक्ट. ये क्या करता है? To control the water pollution and water bodies in India. ठीक है? It also establish board to prevent and to control water pollution. This act also prohibit, ये बहुत ही important चीज है. Under this act, it prohibits to discharge pollutants into the water bodies. Okay, beyond given standards. अगर वो standard तक है तो ठीक है, बट उससे ज्यादा केमिकल्स है, टॉक्सिक मटेरियल इज प्रेजेंट इन दैट डिस्चार्ज, सो वी कैन नॉट डिस्चार्ज सच अ पोल्यूटेंट इन वाटर बॉडी। और अगर कोई ऐसे करता है, सो दैट पर्सन, दैट कंपनी जो भी है, they will lay down for penalties. Next act is the Environment Protection Act, very important act. Okay, this act provides the protection and improvement of environment. ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या है इस एक्ट में, इट इज एनवायरमेंटल सेफ्टी, सेफ्टी के लिए पूरा प्रोविजन किया हुआ है। और कुछ अलग we have made some response, okay, for treating the environment in a right direction. This act also regulate the location of industries. आपने ऑब्जर्व किया होगा जो भी MIDCs होती है या इंडस्ट्रियल जोन होता है, ये कभी भी रेसिडेंशियल एरिया में नहीं होता, राइट, आउट ऑफ द सिटी होता है, क्योंकि इंडस्ट्रीज ऑफ कोर्स पोल्यूशन क्रिएट करते हैं, स्मोक होगा, एयर पोल्यूशन होगा, तो वो रेसिडेंस में नहीं हो, रेसिडेंशियल एरिया में। सो दिस एक्ट रेगुलेट ऑल दिस थिंग्स के लोकेशन ऑफ इंडस्ट्री, और फिर इंडस्ट्री का जो भी हैजार्डस वेस्ट होगा उसका मैनेजमेंट कैसे करना है। ओके, एवरीथिंग विल बी टेकन केयर बाय दिस एक्ट। नेक्स्ट एक्ट इज द हैजार्डस वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट। अब हैजार्डस वेस्ट मींस व्हाट, एनी वेस्ट, ओके, बाय फिजिकल, केमिकल, रिएक्टिव, टॉक्सिक, flammable, explosive or corrosive characters which cause danger to human life or human health is known as hazardous waste. तो उनका मैनेजमेंट तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट, तो अंडर दिस एक्ट इनका मैनेजमेंट होता है। सो वी हैव स्पेसिफिक मेंशन अबाउट ई वेस्ट एंड बैटरीज, रूल्स टू ये जो वेस्ट है, ई वेस्ट एंड बैटरीज, इनका मैनेजमेंट के लिए वी हैव सेपरेट रूल्स। Now we'll see some other laws relating to environment. The Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Under this act, we give protection to our wildlife. Now we can see so many animals are getting endangered. They are in endangered species, so we protect them. The Forest Conservation Act 1980. Under this act, we conserve our forest. Public Liability Insurance Act. Next is the Biological Diversity Act. We know that environment is made up of biological diversity. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे living things है, okay, बहुत ज्यादा diversity है, but each and every species is very important. जैसे हमने food chain देखी है, okay, जो food chain होती है उसमें अगर एक भी element missing है तो पूरी food chain collapse हो जाएगी। लाइक दैट ओनली बायोडाइवर्सिटी में भी अगर एक भी एलिमेंट मिसिंग है तो ये पूरी डाइवर्सिटी जो है, बायोलॉजिकल डाइवर्सिटी, ये इम्बैलेंस हो जाएगी। सो ईच एंड एवरी एलिमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नेक्स्ट इज कोस्टल रेगुलेशन जोन नोटिफिकेशन। इन दिस नोटिफिकेशन वी कीप आवर कोस्टल एरियाज क्लीन, सेफ एंड रेगुलेट देम। ओके, सो नेक्स्ट इज एनवायरमेंटल इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट। दिस इज न्यू टर्म and control of hazardous waste in India. So what mean by environmental impact assessment? It is also known as EIA. So it is nothing but a process. We define a process. So process for what? For impact, environmental impact of proposed development. Okay, तो जो भी development हम करते हैं, हमें इंडस्ट्रीज फॉर्म करनी है या रोड बनाना है, जो भी डेवलपमेंट करनी है और जिसका इम्पैक्ट एनवायरमेंट पे होने वाला है, सो दैट डेवलपमेंट नीड टू अंडरगो फ्रॉम दिस प्रोसेस EIA। तो इसमें हम क्या कहते हैं, क्या करते क्या है एग्जैक्टली? सो वी कंसिडर द सोशो इकोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट्स, कल्चरल एस्पेक्ट एंड ह्यूमन हेल्थ इम्पैक्ट। ओके, ऑल दिस इसको कंसिडर किया जाता है, स्टडी किया जाता है, and we need to check whether they are as per given rules or not. So what is the objective of EIA? To identify, to evaluate the economic and environmental and social impact of the development activities. ऐसा ना हो कि हम डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं, जैसे हमने वीडियो देखा, जस्ट हमने डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं और यहाँ पे एनवायरमेंट पूरा कोलैप्स हो रहा है। So it should not be happen. That's why EIA is there. Okay, it provide information on the environmental consequences for decision making. अगर कोई प्रोसेस हम अंडर डेवलप, मतलब फॉर डेवलपमेंट वी आर प्रपोजिंग समथिंग, बट उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस क्या हो सकते हैं एनवायरमेंट में, तो ये EIA बताता है. ओके, एंड इट ऑल्सो प्रमोट द environment friendly and sustainable development. ठीक है. Now we'll see types of hazards and disaster. जैसे वेस्ट है, hazardous waste या disaster management, तो we first need to know कि what are they. Right now corona is there, is also one type of disaster only, right? So type of hazards and disasters are of 4 kinds: natural, technological, man-made, and region-wise. So natural hazards means what? Like volcano, drought, cyclone, lightning storm, all are natural elements. Natural events. Technological events means what? Okay, fire and explosion. Accidents. What kind of accidents? Like industrial accident. As I said, Bhopal gas tragedy is a technological event. Okay, dam failures. Next is man-made event. So those are chemical agents, spreading of chemical agents, mass hysteria. So ye hai man-made events. Bioterrorism, correct? It is also one man-made event. And the fourth is region-wise event. Event specific to a region, like such as only India. Something hazardous or disaster happen in India. So it is a region-wise event. Now, corona is worldwide disaster, right? Now we'll come to know the National Green Tribunal Act 2010. We saw all the pollution, how human is behaving. There are several laws. So now we need to regulate all these things. So here come a National Green Tribunal. First, I'll tell you the history. In 1986, भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी हुई थी. तब क्या हुआ था? गैस लीकेज हुई थी बहुत ज्यादा अमाउंट में. एक पर्टिकुलर गैस जो केमिकल गैस थी, हैजार्डस गैस थी, वो लीकेज हुई थी और इन वन नाइट ओनली बहुत सारे लोग मर गए थे. तो तब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा था वी नीड टू सेट अप अ स्पेसिफिक एनवायरमेंटल कोर्स. ठीक है, तो जिस कोर्स में वो कोर्स स्पेसिफिकली दे विल डील विद द एनवायरमेंटल केसेस, जहां पे स्पीडी ट्रायल होगी, स्पीडी डिस्पोजल होगा. ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा था इन 1986. ओके, देन 1995 में पार्लियामेंट ने पास किया नेशनल एनवायरमेंट ट्रिब्यूनल एक्ट. ठीक है, जो कि कभी इंप्लीमेंट हुआ ही नहीं. नेक्स्ट, इन 1997 अगेन द नेशनल एनवायरमेंटल अपीलेट एक्ट वाज एनेक्टेड, बट देयर वर सेवरल प्रॉब्लम्स इन द फंक्शनिंग, सो ये भी सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ. देन इन 2003 लॉ कमीशन, एक रिपोर्ट में लॉ कमीशन ने मेंशन किया कि वी नीड अ सेपरेट ट्रिब्यूनल फॉर एनवायरमेंटल केसेस. ठीक है, एंड देन द मोस्ट अवेटेड इन 2010 the National Green Tribunal was set up under the National Green Tribunal Act. Okay, और ये this act come into force on 2nd June of 2010. So National Green Tribunal ये ट्रिब्यूनल है जो स्पेसिफिक एनवायरमेंटल केसेस हैंडल करता है. तो इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? इट इज स्पेसिफिकली related with the environmental cases and to speedy disposal of the environmental related cases, to give environment protection, conservation of forest and other natural resources. It also include any legal right related to environment. हम ये नेशनल ग्रीन ट्रिब्यूनल एनफोर्स करता है all the legal rights. Okay, अगर this also gives relief and compensation for damage of environment. तो फिर ये सारे केसेस हैंडल किए जाते हैं नेशनल ग्रीन ट्रिब्यूनल में. तो who can approach? Okay, this is very important question. Who can approach to National Green Tribunal? NGT is the short form of National Green Tribunal. So any individual, you and me, okay, any individual can approach, any company, a firm, an association of person like NGO, if it is registered or not registered, a trustee, a local body like a municipal corporation, gram panchayat, or any government body. Anyone can approach, okay, for their relief, for justice. अगर वो मैटर इज रिलेटेड विद द एनवायरमेंट. Now we'll come to know the international environment law. आपको क्या लगता है ये सिचुएशन बस इंडिया में है pollution and environmental laws? तो नहीं, this is everywhere in the world. So that's why international environmental laws are there, conventions are there. So first we'll see Aarhus Convention. So ये convention हुआ था specifically for justice in environmental matters के लिए. ये साइन किया था 46 स्टेट्स एंड 28 यूरोपियन यूनियन मेंबर्स ने. एंड दिस कन्वेंशन इज came into force in 2001, 30th October 2001. So इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या था? So objective was right to information of environmental issues to the citizens. ये इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव था. Next convention is Biological Weapons Convention. So now see, understanding that the use of biological weapon is harmful for human health and have a long time effect, right? जैसे हमने देखा कि न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब का इफेक्ट आज तक जापान में दिखता है, right? अभी भी उनके डीएनए पे वो अफेक्ट है. So obviously biological weapons have long term effect on ecology, on full ecology. So this convention, Biological Weapons Convention, this is the first agreement to completely ban a specific type of weapon, and this became effective in 1975 and in 2018, and it has total 180 signatories. Okay. Next convention is Convention on Biological Diversity. As I said, biological diversity is very important. Each and every factor, each and every element of biology, means biological diversity, is important. So for sustainability of natural resources, ये object था इस convention का, and this come into effect in 1993. Next convention is Convention on the Conservation of Antarctic Marine Living Resources. So Antarctica is the world's last continent, right? And already it is a subject to international protection. So in Convention 1980, the protection of unique marine ecology. अंटार्कटिका में बहुत ही यूनिक मरीन लाइफ है, जो लिविंग बींग्स है वहां पे, एक्वेटिक एनिमल, वो बहुत ही यूनिक है. So for giving them protection, this convention is happened. Okay, so the next convention is Convention on Fishing and Conservation of Living Resources of the High Seas. So fish stock is an international resource. Okay, so each and every country has their own boundaries, and they they manage the fish of their own boundaries. Okay, but under this convention, countries share rights exist in international waters. Okay, that is the objective of this convention. Next is Convention on Long Range Transboundaries Air Pollution. अब मुझे बताइए फ्रेंड्स, अगर नॉइस पोल्यूशन हो रहा है अपने आसपास, so it is restricted to some area. बट आपको क्या लगता है, अगर एयर पोल्यूशन हो रहा है कहीं पे, तो इज इट रिस्ट्रिक्टेड टू दैट एरिया ओनली? नहीं, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई अगर एयर पोल्यूशन हो रहा है, एयर पोल्यूशन इन एनी वन कंट्री इज रेयरली लिमिटेड टू इट्स इफेक्ट टू दैट वन कंट्री ओनली. It requires international agreement to tackle and control. So that's the basic objective of this convention, to tackle with the environmental air pollution. Next is Framework Convention on Climate Change. Now climate change is now very common, right? अगर आप देखोगे तो अपने यहाँ पे now we cannot see stability in weathers also. जो सीजन होते हैं उसमें भी स्टेबिलिटी नहीं है, उसमें भी चेंज हो रहा है. ओके, सो दिस ये जो कन्वेंशन है, द मेन एम ऑफ दैट कन्वेंशन टू मॉनिटर ऑल द इश्यूज concerning climate change and to suggest the treaties and laws, okay, for mitigation and reduction of global temperature. अगर टेम्परेचर 1% भी राइज होता है, सो पूरे मैनकाइंड ही नहीं, ईच एंड एवरीवन विल सफर. right? सबको affect होगा. That's why we need to observe and to keep an eye कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं. Next is US Canada Air Quality Agreement. ये कन्वेंशन में, ये एग्रीमेंट में स्पेसिफिकली दिस एग्रीमेंट, दिस ट्रीटी इज इन्वॉल्व इन दिस 2 कंट्रीज ओनली. तो ये बेसिकली हुआ था बिकॉज ऑफ एसिड रेन ट्रीटी. इसको इट रेफर्स आल्सो एज अ एसिड रेन ट्रीटी because that was the major reason, but in this treaty several different issues are also addressed. Next is Vienna Convention for the protection of the ozone layer. You must know ozone layer is very important layer, right? And this gets duplication because of CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, because of that. So CFC is the one of the element which is resulting damaging to the ozone layer. Now ozone layer is the protective layer of gas in the uppermost atmosphere. So this treaty, under this treaty, the main objective is to restore atmospheric safety. And the last is World Heritage Convention connecting the protection. Let me just change this. Okay. World Heritage Convention concerning the protection of the world cultural and natural heritage. Okay. So natural heritage or natural wonders जो है, actually they are very important for humanity. So this convention जो है, it is responsible for the foundation of UNESCO, UNESCO, UNESCO. You must know that. So what they did, they created a World Heritage list. Okay, list which consists cultural monuments and natural features. For what? For giving them protection. Okay, my dear friends. So this is all about the international environmental laws. As like India, protection of environment is a very important subject on the platform of internationally also. But each and everything, har ek change jo hai, if we want change, it will start from us. So we need to save water, we need to protect our environment, we need to keep our surroundings clean, and हमें ध्यान देना है कि how we can help, okay, to clean the environment, to protect the environment. छोटी छोटी बातें होती है, जैसे सिग्नल पे खड़े हैं, we can switch off our vehicle, right? We can save water by wasting. जहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब की जरूरत है, वहां पे एक ही लगाओ, 10 लाइट मत ऑन करो. So all these small things we need to take care of. All right, my dear friends, I hope each and every point is clear, but still if you have any doubt, any query, you can ask me. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope this session will be useful for you, and आप steps, आप लेंगे steps, okay, towards the clean environment, clean India and sustainable development. So thank you very much for your attention. And thank you very much for giving me opportunity to share my knowledge with you.